Jacob Crouch was 24 and a half years old, and he took his life December 14th, 2005. We had planned to have his graduation party on December 17th, the Saturday, but instead we held his funeral on that same Saturday. Instead of graduating from college, he ended his life, and we buried him along with all the hopes and dreams that we had for him. When we had to go to the funeral home to pick out a casket for our son, that's not something that I ever dreamed I would do. That's not how it's supposed to happen. When a person takes their life by suicide, not only do they end their life, but they're ending what life normally was for their family and their close friends. The lives that we knew, me, my husband, our families, friends, our lives are no longer what they used to be. Jacob loved life. Jacob was probably the last person in the world you would imagine taking his life by suicide. And I think that's one thing that spurred us on to start this foundation, because suicide is such a hidden illness. What we like to say to these students when we go out to talk is suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. And I think that is so poignant because it makes them realize that they may be having a bad day, a bad week, they may be mad at their parents, but you don't do something that's going to be so final and end their life and their future. We started the Jacob Crouch Foundation 6 months after he took his life by spearheading what we hoped to be something that would help save lives. When we have gone out to the schools, we know we're touching these kids because after our presentations, we've always had 2, maybe 3 children come up to us after and talk to us. They say that they know someone who has considered suicide, and because of our talks, it's made them realize what they can do to help that friend. Well, we don't know if they're talking about a true friend or if it actually is themselves that they're talking about. If they or someone they know is suffering from depression or have thoughts of suicide, we're hoping that we can give them the tools to get past this point and go on to lead long, productive lives. My faith has come to the forefront of my life, and I realize that God carries me through anything. Every morning before I get out of bed, I say a prayer asking God to help me get through another day without Jacob. And at the end of the day, I thank God because once again, He's done it. He's allowed me to live without my precious Jacob. And as each day goes on, it gets easier and easier. It'll never be good because I don't have my baby boy, but through God, I can do this. I realize you can't die from a broken heart, and through God and through my faith, I'll be able to go through another day. We never will truly be able to measure our success because suicide is something that people don't talk about. You're not going to admit that you considered suicide or you've tried to take your life by suicide. So we'll never be able to measure how successful we are and how many people we have saved. But even if we can only save one person's life, then I feel that we are successful.